And here we are again. I tell you, it keeps getting better. Oh, you clap like this. That's very nice. Terri, I heard something new this week that I've never heard before. I always thought that 9-box was that game you play with your kids with that ball and you throw it around, Foursquare or something like that. But this is like a bigger one. This is with 9 boxes. But you're telling me that it has something to do with HR. So tell me, how good is the 9-box review system?
I definitely have a perspective on a 9-box. I do think there's some value when organizations talk about the talent in their organization, and they place them visual way to understand who's got potential in their organization, who's performing well, and also those that are not. I think the challenge with a traditional 9-box is it's a process. People get put in a box and it gets put away in the corner and they're not talked to about it. They're not given action plans on it. And then next year you bring out the same thing. So there's not a lot of value in just placing someone in a box and not doing anything with it. And so that is a traditional 9-box process.
And the purpose of that is to what? What are they hoping to gain from it?
So you're identifying talent, who has potential in your organization, and then you're putting efforts around that to grow and develop them in your organization. It's the succession plan. Who do we have? What skills do they have? And who are the future leaders or future other opportunities in our organization? So it's great for talent planning and talent management, but it doesn't really have the impact that it could have if you did it in a more real-time, detailed way.
Well, in terms of what? When you say it could be better if they do it in a detailed way, you mean if you had more data?
If you had more data, if you had a technology that kind of drove this for you. Again, it's very standard to put something in a Google Drive and you're documenting it and somebody's transcribing and then it just gets put in a folder that isn't actionable, that's not automated. So it's difficult, again, to keep that system live when it's just a once or twice a year process.
Well, so show me how it works with the data.
I would love to do that. Let me share my screen.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you. So this is an example in the interaction platform of succession planning. So this is from an HR perspective, an HR dashboard. And you can start to see readiness levels have been discussed with the managers and HR and identified for individuals. But to really kind of drive into what you take and do with 9-box data that you have, we go into the individual themselves, and I can assign a readiness level for the individual based on data from that person's interactions with others, both on presence and meetings type engagement, as well as their goals and objectives. And in the conversation, I can assign readiness with the manager. And not just can I assign readiness, I can assign readiness with comments for what? For what opportunities? And then I can pull that data very quickly together in a readiness report that identifies every person in the organization, what they are ready for, how long, and how they are performing to the goals and objectives they currently have. So it's a real-time way to share and collect that data to drive talent mobility.
It's so much easier.
It is easy.
You have that stuff there, and that all that information and data comes automatically.
Yeah, because you're basing it on the feedback that's coming from others in your organization. So the ability to see who's interacting, you're really starting, this goes back to care, right? To personalize goals and objectives that help people to develop and grow for future succession in the organization.
Well, I got to ask you this, if I could do this again. What is this? These little star constellation things? What are they?
We call them our squids. They're network maps. So basically, this shows you the interactions that this individual has had in the organization, how many, with which departments, and with which individuals. So the color system says it's on a scale. So you can tell he's performing very highly with someone in the executive leadership team, and in particularly that would be me. So again, it's just a visual way to show the data one of the options that we have in our tool. We have multiple ways to pull and show this data to you, but it's a very quick visual to see how people are receiving their feedback, what feedback they're receiving, and use that data to help them grow and develop.
Now, does the individual have access to this as well?
The
Like
individuals
does
have
Rob
access.
Fazio?
Yeah, the individuals have access to a lot of data. This screen that you're seeing right now is specific to HR and to leadership. So again, it's collected for a lot of data within the company, and this is really meant to focus on succession planning.
Well, that is terrific. Once again, you guys at Interaction have thought of everything. This has been awesome. Can't wait to see you next time. Go get them.
Thanks, you too, Deej. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.